Hi Team Savvy! I hope everyone is having a wonderful Sunday. I'm kind of hopping on. I know there's not much notice right now, but Christine had asked me to just kind of share about my preferred customer base last month in, April. I had 35 orders for my preferred customers, which is insane. And I'm not gonna lie, it was the first time I've had that many, but normally every month I strive for like 20 to 25. And so I'm just gonna kind of go over what like my tips and tricks are for that. A lot of it is what you've probably already heard before. There's no secret, but I know sometimes it's just hearing it again and hearing it from someone else. And so I just wanted to share what I've been doing, and hopefully it can help one of you too. So I kind of have my notes right here. If I look down, that's why, so sorry. But okay, so the first thing I want to just talk about is daily IPA. We all know about that. We know the importance of it, but I wanted to tell you that I've gotten a few of my preferred customers, more recently actually, from a picture. And so I don't really post acute care often. I don't know why. I haven't personally really had to use it yet. And so it's just one thing I need to work on is, expanding more than just the normal, 4 regimens. And so I randomly decided, okay, today I should post a before and after about it in acute care. So I did, and I had 2 people comment on it or message me and want to know more. And one of those girls I had reached out to, in December of 2016. And she was like, absolutely not. Thank you though. I don't use anything for my skin. I don't wash my face. I'm not really too concerned. I appreciate it. Good luck with your business. And I'm like, okay, great. We maintained a friendship, continued to talk every once in a while. I'd hear about how life is going, yada, yada, yada. And just last month she saw that picture and she ordered. She ordered the reverse acute care with eye cream for her crow's feet. So December to 16 to now, that's over a year and a half. And I guess my point of sharing that story is I know in this business it's not immediate gratification. So I'm planting my seeds and I'm not expecting them to grow right away. That took a year and a half for me, but I was super excited and that was a great order. And so a lot of what I'm doing is that I'm knowing that I'm in it for the long run, and so I'm going to continue to be consistent. I'm going to continue to show up, and I'm going to continue to share. And I know that in turn, people are going to come to me when the time's right for them. So the next thing that I want to talk about is nurturing relationships. Okay, so this is including anyone, even if they said no, if they said they weren't interested, even if they have their own consultant even, already. Because nurturing relationships is important, and it makes them have a trust and rapport and respect you and feel comfortable with you when the time comes that they might have a concern that arises. So a few examples here. One of my PCs maybe last November signed up. Her sister is actually a consultant. So when I first reached out to her, she's like, oh, I'm a monthly RF, purchaser. Love it, love it, love it. And I was like, great. And we got to talking, and I found out she wasn't a preferred customer. She just ordered retail because she didn't like the every 2-month replenishment and feeling like she had to, order every 2 months. And so I said, I don't want to step on anyone's toes, but if you ever decide that you want to, join as a preferred customer, let me know. I would love to take care of that for you. And I, of course, I said that I take full responsibility for any orders that might process, but that would never happen. I'm on top of it. And if she never responded to me, I would push it out regardless. I just made sure that she knew that I would be there for her. And she ended up signing up with me when did I say cousin? Her sister. I don't know if I said cousin, sorry. Her sister is a consultant, her younger sister. And she signed as a preferred customer with me, and she orders every month. A regimen almost every month because she goes between so many different things. And that was because I continued the relationship with her and didn't just say, oh, your sister's a consultant. Okay, thanks, bye. I'm not interested in getting to know you anymore. She has kids. She posts pictures of her kids. And so I'm commenting and I'm loving on her and letting her know that I'm there. Another example was my friend Rachel, who had a consultant as well. She was ordering Lash Boost from her. And just last month, she messaged me saying that her consultant quit. So she's like, I'd love to support your business. I want to order Lash Boost. Can you hook me up? And I'm like, oh my gosh, just because I continued to be her friend after she told me no. 2 more examples. I had a friend who is a nurse in UCSD, and she said to me when I talked to her about it, like 3 nurses plus like an NP and an MD and an RT or something, like multiple people sell RNF. So she said, thanks, but no thanks. You know, I hear about it all the time, and if I'm gonna order, I'm set. So I said, okay, no worries. We kept chit-chatting. 5 months later, she reached out to me and she said, hey, I want to order, something for my daughter and lash boost for myself. And I just decided that it would be a great route to go through you, because then I'm not getting in any sticky waters with ordering from one person, not the other from my work. And so there we go. Just because I continued to talk with her and, be her friend, same thing. My last example is another preferred customer. Wasn't interested, and we continued to talk here and there, every couple months. I'm not talking to these people on the daily, but I just make sure that they're on my list of that we had a conversation, and then I'm coming back every once in a while. And anyway, so this girl, she was not interested, and then a couple months later, it was about 6 months later, she messaged me and she said, I spent the weekend with my mom on a boat, we went on a cruise, and she had the reverse regimen, and oh my gosh, I have to order that for myself. And so because I had initially reached out to her and she felt comfortable, then she ended up coming to me when it was time for her to order, instead of whoever even her mom's ordering from. I'm not sure, but I think because after she told me no, I maintained and nurtured the relationship, she felt more comfortable coming to me. The last thing, or one of the last things I want to talk about, is following up. I know, we're taught to do our reach outs and follow-ups, and I know personally what I really wanted to touch on was it's so easy, and I felt this way many times before, being the person listening to someone train and just saying, like, I hear you, but that's not me. Like when people are saying, you're planting your seeds, just wait, and you're like, I'm waiting, and nothing's coming, and you just feel like you're the exception, like it's not going to happen for you. I've been there and I felt that, but just be consistent and keep going and don't give up, and it will. I mean, when it is your time, it will. And I just gave you all these examples. So here are just a couple more following up. So one girl said she wanted to use natural ingredients and didn't want to use RNF because it had chemicals. A couple months later, she came to me for Unblemished because what she's using wasn't working. Another girl, she said she had way too much going on her plate, and so I followed up a couple months later, just wanting to recheck to see if the time was right, and you know what, it was, and she ordered a regimen, and she's consistently ordering regimens every 2 months now. And then the last 2 girls are actually business partners of mine. So one of them I reached out in January in 2017. She said she was interested in hearing more. It took 3 months to get her on the phone, you guys. We talked back and forth. We set like 4 different times to get on a 3-way call, and one time she forgot, one time something came up. I mean, literally, but I was consistent and I kept trying, and 4 months later she signed up as a consultant and she's killing it now. The second example for that, October of last year, one of my preferred customers said she was interested in becoming a consultant, and so I said great, gave her the information. She tried to sign up and something was going on with the website. It just kept like circling on the website, and so she's like, I tried, I couldn't get through, I'll try again later. I followed up for a couple days later, and that was it. She was a customer, so we continued a friendship, and she's a friend of mine, so we talked about life and her children, and as she needed to order, I reordered for her. And just the other day she said she's ready, and here we are, October of last year, like 6 months later, she finally signed up because the internet was working, and I had kind of reached out in between, but it just wasn't the right time for her. But it was the other day, and I was consistent, and it wasn't what was in it for me, it was what was in it for her. And when it was the right time for her, she jumped in. The last 2 things I want to give you advice for is when you're out and about, I make it my goal not to sell, but to meet new people. So if I'm at a wedding, if what I've been really trying to do, which is totally out of my comfort zone lately, is like when I'm at Jamba or at a restaurant or somewhere where I'm meeting someone who's like giving really good customer service, I just like totally take a deep breath and just like let it out, and I I RF on them, or whatever you want to say. I prospect them and I get their information, and so I really try on my day-to-day maybe not the day-to-day because sometimes I don't go out, but on the days that I go out and I'm doing things, and especially places where I'm meeting people like baby showers and you know, weddings, everything like that, I always try to make connections as a friendship, not to sell, like I said, as a friendship. But as our friendship prospers and grows and they're seeing my posts and they're becoming comfortable with me, I'm going to be the one that they want to reach out to. So that's something that I really try to work on. And then the last thing is referrals. I have 10 of my customers are from referrals. Some of those are based on a referral post. Other of those are just out and about. Someone's, you know, notices their skin or lashes and want to know what they're using, and they refer them to me. I have a referral rewards program, and so all my customers know that if they send someone to me, they'll get gifted for it or discounted off their products for it. So they usually are pretty good at, you know, sending people my way, but I also make sure that they know that they're going to be thanked for it. And I pretty often ask, you know, for them to post on their Facebook page or a selfie or their products on their counter, and I reach out to anyone who's interested or comments or likes on it. And so those are kind of my tips. I think that's about it on my notes. But the overall thing is just don't give up. No, I mean, look at the big picture. Don't look at the tomorrow or a week or this month what your PSQV is. I mean, my PSQV was not very high in the beginning, but I was consistent and I kept reaching out and I kept sharing and I kept meeting new people. And the more you do that, the more confident you're going to get, and the more confident you're going to be in the products and the business, and you're going to see your customers' results, and you're going to want to share it even more because it feels good to make them happy, and you want to make everyone, you know, everyone happy, because as a human being, it feels good to please others and, you know, get them to where they want to be. So anyways, that's kind of my story. I hope this was short and sweet. But if you have any questions, let me know, comment below. I'll run through the thread and make sure I can answer any questions that you guys might have. I hope you're having a wonderful rest of your Sunday and a great week. All right, bye.